What is up, guys? It's your boy Nathan. We are back with the London Derby, Arsenal versus Brentford, and we're here today, and we have kickoff as well. Excellent. Hello, Arav. Good evening. Excuse me. Subscribe yesterday after your stream with One Avenue FC. Thank you very much, Arav. I appreciate it very, very much. Hopefully, I can be somewhat as entertaining as Mohawk is. So, hopefully, you are somewhat entertained. Thank you for joining. Bro, we needed that stream yesterday, man. Really, that stream was much needed. Incredibly frustrating. Incredibly frustrated with our goalkeeper. I already wasn't a big fan, and just became significantly worse after the Leon game. Just I honestly have no words to explain how frustrating it was, but it was very frustrating. And then Amarim, I don't know what happened with Amarim, but Amarim comes and says one person makes a mistake, we all make a mistake. I'm like, bro, you can't possibly be serious. You can't possibly be the way we conceded those goals. To blame it on the entire team is. What about the first goal? How can you blame the first goal on the entire team? It's really sad. That would have been the first time we trailed at Lyon and actually would have won the game. We have played twice at Lyon. We were trailing 2-0 and we drew 2-2, and we were trailing 1-0 and we drew 1-1. And we were trailing in that day's game as well, but we ended up leading. And then we ended up bottling the draw. What else to say, man? What else can you say? Just incredibly disappointing. Tom Eaton will give a better performance than this, but it's not even that, dude. The fact that, see, I don't understand something about our team. Maybe it's just me, but what is the point of having three goalkeepers when we play the same goalkeeper? Like, what is the point of taking three goalkeepers to European games and all when everyone has two goalkeepers? We take three to fill the subs, and we don't ever use them. Like, what is the point of having three goalkeepers? We just take them there like pointlessly, and then we don't use them ever. Hello, hello, Biku. Good evening, everyone. So I don't understand at all like the logic. The logic is like I really don't get it. I mean, Vitek played so well preseason, doesn't get even a chance. Like, same, I don't. Bro, we are the only team in Europe that takes three goalkeepers. We are so light on the bench. We take three goalkeepers, bro. Like, we don't even have an excuse. Then we have Amarim like just playing the same goalkeeper every day, every week. It's like, man, I don't want to blame our manager, bro. He's new, but at the same time, like he's not a new to coaching. The mistakes he makes is very, very, I don't know, man. You just try to be positive, I guess. Like, what else can you do? You say anything, people will say you already hammer him out. I'm not hammer him out, bro. But like, this guy is not new to coaching. Like, this guy is not a first year coach. Like, I mean, we have to maintain some kind of. Someone said very rightly on the stream yesterday, Arav. They said, are we getting to the point now where no matter what the manager chooses, also we won't complain about it? Like, is the manager free of consequence? And honestly, I was thinking about it when I read it on stream. I was like, this subscriber has a great point. Like, so because Amarim is new, he is absolutely exempt from any kind of mistakes. We just blame it on the players. And I was thinking to myself, it's a great point. It's a really good point. Goalkeeper कौन सा दिखेगा? Bro, why do we need a new goalkeeper? Oh, Arsenal's through. Cut back. Corner. Good save there by Flecken. Can I? I mean, I'm going to say something that might sound like it's a genius thing, but it's really not. We have a goalkeeper who plays for a better world ranked team that had a fantastic Euros, personally, and he played three games this whole season. Why do we have to look for a new goalkeeper? Especially if we don't have the money for it. Like, can he possibly do worse than what there is? I don't think so. Lots of people don't think so. So might as well give him, reward him for his performances. Now at least he performed well, didn't he? When he got an opportunity. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know. We probably should get a new goalkeeper, but if we can't afford a new goalkeeper, we have to. I think why can't we use Baindir or Vitek? Bro, we are just extending Heaton's contract even because we just assume we'll not need a third goalkeeper. But at the end of the day, I would rather let go of Heaton and actually put a youth goalkeeper there because what is the point? What is the point? We have a goalkeeper that doesn't play any football. Might as well put a youth goalkeeper there instead of paying whatever wages we are paying to Tom Heaton. Tom Heaton's a nice guy, but you know, like, what difference does it make if he's a nice guy or not? We are trying to win something here, so we're trying to improve the squad. Like nice guys, that doesn't really help us. What should be our primary signing next season, in your opinion? I mean, I have ideas in my head, but my God, Detzley, it's been a while. But how have you been? Hey, Shanks. Let me put it this way: we need a lot more players. First of all, Arav, we need a lot more players than we are going to buy. Let's just come to terms with that first only. Because we will get signings and then the fan base and the pundits and whoever else will go. But these aren't enough for Amarim to, fulfill his dreams. So I will put it like this. We need we need at least five Arav. We need a goalkeeper, we need a right wing back to either deputize Dallo or replace or push Ballo on the push Ballo Dallo to the bench. We need someone in the midfield, even though our youth and our current amount of midfielders we have enough. But we'll need someone because I have a feeling there'll be even more drop off by Casemiro and Ericsson will go on a free. And I think we need so that's one, two, three, 110 minimum, 110 and one striker. I think we need five players. I don't think we're going to get five players out of, if I'm being honest with you. What do you think? How many do you think we need? Or rather, how many do you want? Or what do you think our primary signing should be? Was your stream with Mohak last night? It was great. Thank you, That's Slayer. Shanks also was there with Ruchir. Yeah, I saw you guys in the chat. Thanks for joining. How was the stream? The stream was fun, yeah. I can't be better the way my team has been playing this season. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. We did the watchalongs for them. Barcelona watchalong we did. I mean, I just changed the game because they were just destroying them. I was like, okay, we'll just watch the other game now. The other game was way more competitive. Two forwards, one defender, one midfielder, in my opinion. Yeah. And I don't think we are going to make it to Onana, dude, quite honestly. I think Onana is just going to get a pass. He's been getting a pass for 3 years now. He's just going to get one more pass. And the reason will be very obvious. We don't have the money to replace Onana right now. Onana skates by one more year, unfortunately for all of us. I think goalkeeper should be last on the list. Yeah, goalkeeper should be last on the list. But bro, I'm telling you, when he knocks us out, when he knocks us out of more tournaments single-handedly, everyone will say we should have got a goalkeeper first. That's the sad part. I agree it should be last on the list. But as soon as we fail in one tournament just because of Onana, like the Champions League in his first season, believe me, dude, everyone will say we should have gotten rid of him first. But I also think it should be last on. I think we shouldn't even have to buy a goalkeeper the way everyone hyped up Onana. But we have reached where we have reached now. We have to move on. Kai Havertz sitting in the stands there. I think goalkeeper last on 6, 10, 9. Yeah, so that's what we said. 6, that's what we said. Wing back, that's what we. Yeah, so the same 4. I agree. What's up with United? Nothing seems to be working as of now. I hope they win Europa. There's nothing wrong with United. Yeah, we have just declined further through various circumstances, changing of changing of coaching, and in turn changing of formation has caused that most of these players do not. Some people would say most of these players do not know how to play football at all. But most of these players have played in a back four their entire career and they had to switch mid November to a back three. Some of them have thrived, most of them have not. So it'll be interesting to see who's left at the end of the season. I saw his first game with Man United, the Lens game, and I knew he would be a downgrade to DDG massively. God bless you, Arav. We are in the minority, my friend. Don't know what to tell you. Thank God you said it instead of me. Everyone in the chat is fed up of my David Daya rants for the last 2 years. United is like a sinking ship. You close one hole, another forms elsewhere. Somewhere else. Yeah, but you know what, Shanks? If we do diligent business, we can close more holes than we can open up. That is one thing I will say. The question is, will we do it? Will we do it? That is the question. Are we capable of it? Because we okay. Well, I have to tell you guys one thing. Y'all watched the stream yesterday, right? There's one thing that me and Mohawk, I told Mohawk just before we went off. After we went off stream, I just told him one thing. I said I have a feeling they are already pushing the we don't have money. Excuse me, we don't have money excuse. They've been pushing it. Now at the end of the season, they're going to send us for 1 week to America. Our players will not get a rest, nothing, right? So they're sending our players to America. Fine, whatever. Some people will say whatever, it's not a big deal, right? So let's say it's not a big deal. Let's say it's not a big deal. I agree. We are sending our players there. They have already given us hints that we will not have money to buy players. And I'll explain why. After we were done with the stream, I went online on Twitter and I saw, I think it was Fabrizio. It wasn't Fabrizio first, someone else posted it first. I forgot. I think it was Chris Wheeler. He first said United are in talks with Mateus Cunha. Um, they are worried about his wages, which he signed as per his new contract. First of all, pardon my French. I don't normally curse. But what kind of chutia is Mateus Cunha that he signs a new contract and fucks everybody? Pardon, pardon my language. But Mateus Cunha is a real fucking truth because he signs a new contract at 150,000 a week with the full intention of not going to stay there because he has given an interview saying the Wolves people know that I want to move. So he signed a new contract to give Wolves money and fuck everybody else, even the club he wants to go to. Because now Chris Wheeler is saying United are worried about this 150,000 wages because they want to be financially responsible. So you tell me now, we are supposed to be financially responsible before we make one sale, one purchase. So that means automatically we are not going to have money for the thing. And I was telling Mohawk, they are putting it out there. They're putting it out there that we have no money already. We don't have money. We don't have money. We don't have money. They are saying it in indirect ways. They are saying it constantly. We don't have money. Then Chris Wheeler comes out and says, Manchester United are worried about the wages. They want to be financially dependent, financially responsible moving forward. And I laughed. I genuinely laughed because I was like, this is exactly what I told Mohawk. Exactly. I'm like, they're pushing it out there through their various ways. They're pushing it out there. They're saying this person is going to be way over our budget. This person's wages are here. They're looking for free agents. We're looking for 20-year-olds. Like they're so they're diversifying the same statement, no, by putting a different topic in front of it. For example, youth, then free agency, then wages, then age. Oh my god, my favorite one is age. My favorite one of all these is age. They don't fit the age bracket we're looking for. I'm like, bro, they don't fit the age bracket we're looking for. Yo, we have children in our team, dude. Literal children in our team. And you're telling me that they don't fit the age bracket. Bro, we have children in our team, like literally children, bro. There are players in that team that are younger than you guys. If that is not crazy, I don't know what is. And the excuse is incredible. They don't fit the age group we are looking for. And I was like, I'm going to bed, dude. I had a nice stream with Mohawk. I don't want to ruin my mood today. And I just went to sleep. I can't be bothered. I genuinely can't. What's the highlights of Onana against Man City in the finals? Dude was on fire the whole game. I don't think signing Onana was a wrong decision. Death Slayer. See the goal we conceded in that 2-1 win. That he didn't have a lot of work to do in that final. See the goal see how we conceded that goal. Ethan a big DG is supposed to be rant every time. Yeah, but I'm really tired of doing it. Nilesh KS is here. Nathan brothers, subscribe to Mohawk's channel. Thank you so much, Nilesh. Hopefully, I can give you a modicum of the entertainment Mohawk provides. I'll do my best. We do IPL, Premier League, and UFC and WWE watch-alongs actually from time to time, depending on the pay-per-view. But tomorrow I will be doing the United game as well as the UFC watch-along. If any of you guys are interested, feel free to join me. The live is already up, so you can hit the bell notification if you all want to do a watch-along with me. Tomorrow's UFC pay-per-view is going to be very, very fun. He finally said it. He finally said, "Bro, I'm trying not to. Like, I'm trying not to abuse." Nana's heroics have left me in hysteria. It's one way of putting it. Cunha got into some online shit with a Wolves fan account. Yeah, man, that's another thing that worries me. Him and Ryan Cherky, both of them, they like to talk too much, bro, which makes me really apprehensive about the signings because, as you know, Ruben Amram doesn't enjoy a social media merchant. And Cunha and Cherky, bro. Cherky talked so much crap after the game, no? And just literally 3 months ago, we were like, Nathan, people were asking me in the chat, "Yeah, what do you think about Cherky? What do you think about Cherky? He's going to be a free agent. He's an under 21 player." I'm like, bro, I heard his attitude's bad. Let's avoid. Let's avoid. And then it happens to us only, which is brilliant. Which is just brilliant. Cunha has so much attitude and intensity at the same time. Yeah. See, man, he's a good player. The fact that we are looking into him is great, but I wonder if his attitude will create a problem with Amarim. Like, see the people who have fallen out with Amarim. It could be a problem. Another schizophrenia patient. So in short, we'll be like Borussia with less talent, less success, and no spending. Well, I mean, Borussia Dortmund's in a three-team league, bro. We are like we really have a top six now. So yeah, I suppose in a way we would be a lot worse. Hey Dhruv, good evening. Talking about Onana against City in the UCL final. Okay, sorry. Yeah, well, you know what? Don't work like that, unfortunately. WrestleMania watch along? Dude, they moved to Netflix. I don't actually have an account, but it's possible. Let's see. People are complaining about Osimhen's attitude. Cunha is the same. Yeah, it's a good point. Cunha is the same. Even when Inter played us in the group stage, he was one putting dangerous long balls. Bro, have you seen his long balls recently? He has a less long ball passing percentage than David De Gea. Oh, Raya with the save there. Did you see? Um, I literally saw David De Gea and Onana played the same time yesterday. David De Gea makes a save in the 94th minute, and Onanas. David De Gea completes and makes more and completes more passes than Andre Onana yesterday, and hits more long balls and more successful long no has more long ball attempts and more successful long balls completed than Onana yesterday. What else to tell you, dude? Even the thing he supposedly is good at, David De Gea is doing better than him right now. So this is third year into third year into it, bro. 2 years into we selling David De Gea. David De Gea is still putting up better numbers than him. Don't forget, 1 year David De Gea was doing nothing, dude. He was sitting on his ass, waiting for an opportunity to play football. Everyone made jokes. Now what? Now who's laughing? Unfortunately, now who's laughing? The team that's in 13th. I don't think so. The team in 13th is definitely not laughing anymore. This is what happens when we get complacent, brothers. Don't get complacent in life. We have learned Onana has taught us a valuable lesson. Do not get complacent, no matter what in life. This is a lesson bigger than football, in my opinion. Don't get complacent, no matter what. We have a social media merchant on our team with a precocious talent in the name of Alejandro Garnacho. Oh, that's a good one. The precocious talent. Ooh. I have a feeling Amarim will get a new keeper in the summer, either Trafford or Lamens, whoever's cheaper. Well, I don't think Trafford's going to be cheaper because he's coming up, isn't he? So Trafford doesn't seem likely. De Gea literally saved Fiorentina. I mean, this guy is not surprised in particular. So social media merchant. Lamens, is that the guy from Royal Antwerp, Dhruv? Is that what his name is, Lamens? At some point, you need to start questioning the atmosphere around United. Even as a neutral fan, it's so negative to follow United nowadays. How will player gain confidence? In Inter, he had confidence. Bro, he still has confidence. You saw his response to Matic. The man has confidence after all the failures, dude. He has the audacity to post pictures of FA Cups, dude. You know? And he. Cole. Oh, Arsenal have scored already. Do you think Spanish Brendan Rodgers can make it to the UCL finals? I don't see why not, bro. I have to be honest. I don't see why not. Kieran Tierney scored the goal. I think Kieran Tierney is going to leave this season as well. He's been very injury prone. He went to Real Sociedad. I just realized they have Zinchenko and Kieran Tierney playing today. That's interesting. Everyone coming to give him a hug. He seems very emotional for whatever reason, Kieran Tierney. But he started out very promising, and fortunately for him, like most people, the dream doesn't necessarily come to fruition. But he seems very emotional. Everyone came running to give him a hug. Let's see the build up again. Cut back. Vanieri. Oh, is he off? No, he's not off. Oh, wait, he might be off. Anyway. Yes, Sen Lemans. Sounds very Belgian. Absolutely lost my mind when media sources said that we need a ball playing goalkeeper. The primary duty of goalkeepers to stop the shots, and DD is the best shot stopper in my opinion in Europe for many years. Yeah, I mean I agree with you, Arav. Listen, man, I'll be very frank. My argument was not even we shouldn't sell David De Gea. My argument was oh, it is offside. My argument was very simple. For the last couple of years, we've been talking about money. Re-sign David De Gea at reduced wages because he agreed to a reduced wage and a reduced term even, and use that money to buy people we actually need. He was a goalkeeper that was also informed. Normally, people get rid of goalkeepers because they are crap For example, Onana. If we're going to get rid of Onana now, we're getting rid of Onana because he's crap. We're not getting rid of Onana because he's one of the best in the world. So it is offside, by the way. It looked offside to me. I don't know how that. I don't know what that linesman looked like. He's way, way off. But um, yeah, I just it's kind of like what they're doing with Salah right now. Salah's in form. They're giving him. I guess they're giving him more money, but they're giving him a reduced wage, reduced term. What is it? A 2-year deal? It's kind of like that. We should have just re-signed David De Gea as a free agent. Um, bad tackle by Norgard. We should have resigned him to a smaller deal and fix other problems we have. Yellow card. Oh God, the Arsenal players are asking for a red. Look how shameless people they are. Um, yeah, and then we can offload David De Gea in 2 years, and I would have been okay with it. At that point of time, it didn't make sense, and we needed the money to buy like you remember we were looking at Kim and Jay, Arav. We were looking at Kim and Jay. Next thing you know, Kim and Jay is not signed to us, and we bought Mason Mount, and I was like, wait a minute, why have we bought Mason Mount? That makes no sense to me. We were looking at Kim and Jay. We're ready with a buyout clause. Next thing you know, we have signed Mason Mount the like a few days later, and Kim and Jay has gone to Bayern, and I was like, what? For weeks we were talking about signing Kim and Jay for weeks, and then suddenly we get Mount out of nowhere, like absolutely out of nowhere. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. And we spent 60 million on Mount, and he has played maybe 10 games in 2 years. He's probably played not even 10 games in 2 years. He probably has started less than five out of those 10. But for whatever reason, we decided to go for Mount and Onana, and they have been our worst signing. I mean, even Anthony has actually if you have to be really really judgmental, even Anthony has contributed to our team. Like I know this might not be the most popular thing to say, but at least he has contributed. What has what has Mount done for us? I mean, Mount has been an absolute nightmare. Now apparently we are going to try and send him to Belgium to for 6 months, bro. We don't even have 6 months. Now we're going to send him 6 months. I'm like, bro, what are we doing, man? It's like a joke. This club, it's run terribly. Any transfer rumors for United this summer? Matthews Cunha, Zion Suzuki, who we were looking for 2 years ago with Ten Hag, but he didn't want to come to us, so he went to Italy. Um, cut back by Vanieri. Oh my God, Vanieri is a very good talent. Zinchenko shoots close range. Flecken pushes it out, even though it was going out. Who else? Liam Delap, Tyler Dibling. Am I missing somebody? Dibling, Delap, Cunha, Suzuki. I think those are the ones. Getting a GK was waste of money. We could have spent on a CDM. Exactly. Exactly. We could have filled in our actual gap. I think this will be a big window because from next year our budget will be affected due to the new stadium. Exactly, Dhruv. Great point. Like I was saying earlier, and to Mohawk after the stream, we are getting clues that we will not have money. This Cunha thing is a proper decoy for us. Worried about paying 150k. Casemiro's on 350. Mason Mount is on 240. But we are worried about paying 150k to Mateus Cunha, who's actually in form and fit. Stuff. Stuff. Yes, the rumor is we don't have money. Europa win is a must. The prize money and UCL qualification will enable us to make one marquee signing. Bro, we can pray. We can pray what you say is true, but I'd be worried about that if I was you. Do you rate Bayern and Mbeumo at Manchester United? Okay, Arav. Now I have to tell you something about me because you're new to the channel. I have been on the Brian and Mbeumo train for 2 seasons, and it is case in point proven through my FPL league, where Brian and Mbeumo is one of the fixtures in the team. So, yeah, I would rate him. I rate him. I rate a lot of the Brentford players actually. In fact, Arav, I'll shock you a little bit here. Actually, when I heard we were looking for Thomas Tuchel and Gareth Southgate, I was like, fuck that. Again, pardon my French. Please get us Thomas Frank. That's what I said. To which some of the subscribers of the channel here weren't impressed. But I don't want Southgate. I definitely don't want Tuchel. I'm like, please get me Kevin Thomas Frank. Let's go. Ineos will sell Rashford if possible. Wannabe CR7, Goat Beyblade, and Damadi Sancho. Damadi Sancho. Oh God. Damaji Sancho. Ugh. So yes, I do rate Brian Mbeumo. Felix Namecha. Thank you. I knew it was an overseas player. I was forgetting. So those are the people we're looking at, Death Slayer. I mean, or whatever you'd like to call it. Allegedly looking at. Anthony's issue was price tag. If he's bought for 20, 30 million, no one would have said anything. You know what the real problem with that is, Shanks? I don't know if you guys know the backstory, but he had a handshake deal just like Gyökeres has. He had a handshake deal with the Ajax people that if they pay 50, he would go. And what happened is we took so long, and Ajax were hemorrhaging players. They were selling all the players, right? They were getting rid of all their players. We also bought Martinez in front. We was we were contributing to stripping them of all their players, right? And what happened is Ajax said, "Listen, man, they are taking their sweet time. We will not have time for a replacement if we sell you." So they said no to 50. They said no to 60. Then, as you know, Anthony went on strike. He did an interview with Romano, which, I mean, some people liked. If you're a United fan, we liked it. If you're not a United fan, people thought it was not good. Then finally, we reached 80 million or 85 million, and then they were like, okay, we'll give you now, like take it. But actually, they agreed a handshake deal with him for 50. That is why he went on strike. But people were like, still, how can he go on strike? He has signed a contract, which is also true, by the way. That is true. He has signed a contract. If they don't want to sell him, it is their right. But at the same time, it's like if you do a handshake deal, we will want to hold you to that agreement. But anyway, that is how we ended up paying a lot more for Anthony. In case no one knew that backstory, by any chance, that is the backstory. Last time we sent Sancho to somewhere in the Netherlands, I guess, and we know the situation now. And Arav, you know what? He's a really ungrateful. God, I'm really trying not to curse. He's really ungrateful because Ten Hag did something unprecedented. He took him away during a part of the season where we had a game every 3 days, plus we had a metric ton of injuries that season, and we were so short around the team. He gave him the opportunity to go recover whatever his issue was. And the moment Ten Hag was not pleased with how he was performing, he decided to, and the rest is history. But what is funny is the person he turned his back on is the person that did something unprecedented in football. I have never heard someone send a fully fit player for 3 months during the season to do anything. Unprecedented. Eric Ten Hag actually, you know what? I have a lot of negative things to say about Eric Ten Hag. But when it comes to Sancho, I mean, he did something unprecedented. He really, really tried to take care of him. He did stuff, he did shit, that family does for you, He says, we'll take care of everything. You go get yourself well and come back. That is the kind of shit family members do for you, in real life. And what was his payback? He got butt hurt because Ten Hag said he's not working hard enough. when in fact he has a history of not working hard enough. A known history over many clubs, over many years. A known history. So, yeah, man, I mean, that just get rid of him. I'm over it. Just get rid of it. All important topics after stream. It wasn't necessarily an important topic, Shanks. It came to my mind. We never really mentioned it in stream, so I didn't want to break the flow of the stream. But after reading a bunch of reports and on Twitter, and I was thinking to myself, they are disseminating the news, know that we have no money, but they are not saying it directly. They will say it directly, when the 25-26 season begins, they will give Onstein or someone some news, and go, it was well known already that United would not have the money to, spend this season. Mark my words, clip this clip up and use it in a few months. Trust me, like my David De Gea comments, no, it is going to age very well. Come September, October, no, some proper reporter is going to get this news, no, and it's going to sound like a revelation. Trust me. To me, they have already started disseminating news through all the outlets, through pundits, through everyone that will listen to them and spread news that we don't have money. Happy to be proven wrong. Very, very happy to be proven wrong. I hope we spend 500 million and cook. I don't think it's going to happen, personally. We need Goat Southgate so we could play championship and win. Bro, Southgate will definitely win us the championship. Because you know what? That's truly his level. Sancho, Anthony, and Rashford can fetch us 85 million minimum. Sancho 25 apparently. Rashford, I think we'll get 40. Anthony, if we get 20, it'll be great. But I think we need, the problem with that, Dhruv, is for PSR to be effective for the Anthony sale. I think we need 30 million. If we sell him in a loss, it will affect our PR. We have to at least try to get anywhere between 25 and 30 million, as close as possible to PSR, honestly. If you had Garnacho, the number can go to 150. That's true. It could go to 150. It's very possible. Yappers United. Yeah, ooh, I love the logo, by the way. Got to know about you yesterday on Mohawk stream. Like you, so here I am. Well, Yappers United, you're more than welcome. We do a bunch of other streams as well, as you can see today. Plus, I'm going to be live for the UFC stream tomorrow. If you're a UFC fan, tomorrow 7:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time. If you're not here, if you're not based in India at the moment, feel free to join us. I do WWE, UFC, IPL, and football streams. Maybe more in the future. But thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. And do share, if you like the stream, do share it to your friends as well. It would be greatly appreciated. Every single subscriber joins, becomes a big part of the family. It all adds up in the end. Make it a big family. Dhruv is saying, Shanks, I won't give up on him right now. He's just 20. But it's not a matter of giving up, Dhruv. It might be the only way we make money. You have to see it from that point of view as well. I don't want to either, but it might be the only way we make money. Arsenal's header goes over the bar. Still 0-0. I think if Arsenal don't win today, I think Liverpool win next week, don't they? Ah, tough, 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 tough. Don't give up on him. He's just 20, but has to control his antics. I agree. The problem with United right now is there's no competition, so complacency kicks in. Completely agree. Complacency definitely kicks in. But it's also not his fault because we don't buy anyone to give them competition. Like I was saying on Mohawk stream yesterday, how are we supposed to provide competition when one of our tens is 20 years old and the striker leading the line is 21? I told him even when we were a great team, we never had a striker leading the line who's this young. So why do we expect Hoyland to do so well? I don't know. It's a little unreasonable, personally, in my opinion, to expect a 20 and a 21-year-old to lead the line in their respective positions. I mean, I feel it's unfair. At least maybe I'm wrong. I feel it's unfair though. Pardon the blurriness. He's just above average, one dimensional, and not improving. He might perform elsewhere, but not in United. See, dude, I am all for selling people if we get the right price, because at the end of the day, if we are going to be money dependent, then every, quite literally, every penny we get is going to accumulate to something better for us only. So if we truly get 70-75 million for him, I'll consider it for sure. For sure. Arav saying, so like Sancho performs in Dortmund out of three clubs, how and why only in Dortmund? Yeah, but here's the problem, Arav. Even in Dortmund, the coaches had that issue. I don't know if you know this, but he had a falling out with one of the coaches. One of the coaches also said he doesn't work hard. There was a point in time where he was falling out of favor with Dortmund in his first stint as well. There was a coach there that said he doesn't work hard either. And listen, man, did he work hard? Did he not work hard? Who knows? Who knows? I was in there. But it's the city youth head coach complained about it. One of the Dortmund assistant coaches complained about it. Eric Ten Hag complained about it. They cannot be a coincidence. The other issue is in Dortmund, he got 3 goals and 3 assists. The first assist was on his re-debut, which was against Darmstadt, who was dead last. Darmstadt, bro. Darmstadt. He got an assist to Darmstadt, and everyone came on my stream and go, "Look, Sancho's got an assist already." I'm like, bro, that's the last team in the Bundesliga. Come on, man. He could score against championship teams too if he goes down to Burnley, dude. Like, I mean, dude. Okay, let me put it this way, Arav. You asked me a great question. If I may counter before I answer your question, why shot from distance by Odegaard? Good save by Flecken. Sorry, Trossard. Good save by Flecken. Um, how come if remember? I'm sure we have all seen it, right? Because we 100% lost our mind when we saw the Dortmund people going, "Oh, welcome back, Sancho. Welcome back." They did all those shorts and Instagram videos and all of him coming back, right? If they loved if they loved Sancho so much, why didn't they just sign him from us? They should have taken him, right? Sancho's back, baby. Let's go. We're gonna win the league. They should have bought him. They should have just bought him. It would have been good for him. It would have been great for us. They should have bought him. What did they do? They didn't buy him. You know? They start daily life for 15 minutes with news. Shanks, 100% we will do that in the new season, bro. Right now, it's not possible for reasons I can't get into. But come the end of season, when the transfer window opens up, we will be here. We will do live every second day. Even if it's for half an hour to 1 hour, we'll do a live guarantee. Whenever there's news, breaking news or whatever, I'll put a video. And I'll be more active because now there are new people here and I have to try and be more active for everyone, including you guys that have been here from before. You all have been asking for more videos, so I will put more videos out. Just bear with me for the next 1.5 months, and then in the new season, we will readjust everything. Transfer window, though, we are coming live, dude. I've decided already. Normally these people just spin, but I said, you know what, why not sit and discuss with everyone? Everybody's bored, everybody's wondering what's going to happen in the transfer window. Let's come live and discuss about it together. Didn't know about that. The Anthony thing you're talking about, Arif? Oh, about the Dortmund assistant coach thing? Oh yeah, dude. Every club he's gone to, they have complained about his lack of work ethic. See, dude, it could just be his mentality, something in his head. It doesn't mean he doesn't even work hard. It could be, it could just be something that is a off and on switch in his head. It's not like he doesn't train and shit, dude. But he definitely doesn't train as hard as everyone else does, basically. WWE भी करते हैं तो I'm in, man. WWE, football, UFC, I'm in. More than welcome, yappers. More than welcome. Where are you watching from? More than welcome. UFC tomorrow, the stream's already set up. You can just go on to the live section there, hit the bell notification. We are set already for tomorrow's stream. UFC is there. I do the main UFC numbered cards all the time. Without fail, once a month we do the main UFC card. I'm a big UFC fan. Very big. Excuse me. Five players already for two position plus players are coming from the academy too. There's only one issue about that, but Dhruv, I've noticed, and I don't know if you guys have noticed it as well. The people that are being pushed by Amarim are mostly midfielders. Now I don't know if that there is a reason for that, but even before Amarim, we were only pushing midfielders. I'll give you an example: Fletcher, Collier, Morehouse, uh, Go. I mean, he's injured, but before he got injured, Go. There's someone else I'm missing as well. But he keeps pushing Sekou Kone. They want him, right? We got him from Arsenal with Chido. Um, we seem to have a lot of midfielders upcoming. We don't necessarily have strikers. Some defenders also we have, but we got some. We bought some young defenders, and yeah, I feel like we are pushing a lot of the midfield talent in from our youth up. Let's see if it works. Yeah, this Jim Thwaites fellow, I have to see. Lewis Scanlon, who played in preseason, also was the winger. Let's see who makes the preseason tour. Let's see who at the end of May. Let's see who Amarim picks to play. He might send some players on rest. For the love of God, I hope he sends Bruno on a holiday. I really hope so. Him and Dallo, bro. Every game. Just send Bruno and Dallo on a holiday, dude. Even if you want them in America, no, forget it. Just send them on their holiday, please. Don't cut short their holiday at least. And yeah, yeah. Let's see who comes up from the academy, man. There was word that Morehouse is going to get a start before the end of season. He's been in the squad for the last two games now. Maybe he'll get a start against Newcastle. Never know. Maybe he'll come on in the last couple of games in the season where it means absolutely nothing. Who's the fighter you're counting for tomorrow night? I think, if I'm being very honest, Yappers, I think Volkanovski Lopez is going to be a banger. The main event's going to be a banger. Michael Chandler, Paddy Pimblett's going to be a banger. Yair Rodriguez, you know what, dude? I'm not going to lie. I think all five fights are going to be a banger. Yeah. I think one fight might not be a banger. I think Nikita Krylov and Dominic Reyes, which is starting the card, might not be a banger. But Pimblett, Chandler, banger. Rodriguez, Pitbull, banger. The one that I'm interested to see, because there is so much personal grudge, Bryce Mitchell and Gene Silva. That is going to be a crazy fight. That someone is going to 100% get knocked out in that fight or finished, because the way John Silva is aggressive. Those fighting nerds are a very talented team. Yappers United. You have to, if you want, no, there is a video come out on UFC Fight Pass YouTube channel. It is called Between the Scenes with the Fighting Nerds. John Gooden goes to Brazil. There's two three interviews there. It's the one where he goes to Brazil. I think it's like the maybe the third one. The first one, the oldest one, is the where he goes to Brazil. The other two was like an interview, just an interview. But the story between the fighting nerds is the oldest video. Go have a look, dude. It's a very unique insight to his coaching that I've never seen before. And this fighting nerds team was MMA team of the year last year. Uh, they are a fantastic fight team. Fantastic fight team from Brazil. Look at this. Look at this. What's happening to my camera? My camera is drunk today. It's having a hard time focusing on me. Hold on. Let's see if this works. Little okay, much better, I should say. What about you, Yappers? Which are the matches you're looking forward to? Who have catch up? Hold on a minute. Nathan, we lost our identity long time back. United's club has the same mentality as of most Britishers living in past glories. We need to move on. Need a new way, new approach. I would agree with you, dude. I think there is too much of the old guard to start with a new approach, though. But I do agree. Halftime, really an average game. Well, bro, honestly, if I knew Crystal Palace Man City was going to be such a banger, I would have done that watch along. But the thing is, most people are at work or at school or out. So 5:30, a lot of people aren't really free. 5 o'clock, sorry, not a lot of people are free. So I had to pick this match. But yes, the game's not been that great. Transfer windows, yes. Hello, Kef. Good evening. We didn't get Sekou Kone from Arsenal. Got it from some Malian club. Wait, who? Which is the other player? Oh wait, no, sorry. Who did we get from Crystal Palace? Am I getting the names mixed up? Did we get two players from Arsenal? Or am I getting the players mixed up? From India, whose side you on for tomorrow's fight? Dude, I hope I answer. Whose side am I on personally? I think Volk is gonna win, but I think the fights are gonna be a banger. 4 out of 5 fights will be a banger. The light heavyweights, the card opener, I'm not so sure about, honestly. Ineos, if wants to depend on academy, they should be patient and trust manager. Don't ask for results in next two season. Yes, in top six and domestic cup, but other than that, it won't be possible. I agree. My wish list for this summer is goalkeeper, striker, Lamb, CDM, CB. So, Zru, before you joined in, Arav asked me. Aiden Heaven came from Arsenal. That's right. Thank you. 1 million. Anyway, we can celebrate that moral victory for the rest of the season. Um, Sorry, what? I read something. Yes, so that is literally the same positions I went for, except I put goalkeeper last through. Arav asked me which positions are primary. I'll tell you in which order I went in. I went in striker, Lamb. You know what? If you put GK at behind center back, no, I actually went, I think, exactly in your order. Oh no, instead of center back, I put wing back. That's right. 4 out of 5. But instead of center back, I put wing back and goalkeeper. I went that way. Shanks, yes, I think Christopher Vivell has an eye for diamonds. We should trust him and give him all the freedom. God, I hope so. Campos is also a free agent this summer. Hope we can get him. No way. Luis Campos is a free agent this season? Bro, I'm telling you right now, we're not going to do it. Because this requires footballing IQ, which our owners don't have. Is that why they're giving more responsibility to Jason Wilcox? Because at the end of the season they might go for Luis Campos. Bro, if they go for Luis Campos and they have made Jason, whatever his name is, from Wilcox from Southampton fame, he made them do the job until the end of the season just so we can get him as a free agent. I will give Ineos their credit. That is a good move. That is a very good move. And I hope you're right, Arav, because I think we are going to come here and celebrate. New signing, baby. It's like a new signing. Luis Campos, welcome to Manchester United. Someone hit the compilations, dude, of which players he signed for which teams. We need a comp for Luis Campos. We need it now. Campos also free agent this summer. Yeah, that I've heard about them a lot. Are they really that aggressive? Yappers, trust me. I'll read it out to you. The video you have to look for. UFC. Go to UFC Fight Pass on YouTube. Brother, I'm telling you, it'll be better if you watch it before you sleep. So when you watch the fights tomorrow, it'll make sense. You will understand what's happening. I mean, I was blown away, bro. I've been watching MMA from 2007. I was absolutely blown away. I couldn't be more impressed with that coach. I couldn't be more impressed. Okay, it's called Up Close with John Gooden Fighting Nerds 9 days ago. It'll be 9 days ago on the video section of UFC Fight Pass. I don't know how many channels there are, but UFC Fight Pass has 628K subs. Go on videos, scroll down. I think it's like the fifth or sixth video. 9 days ago, up close with John Gooden. Bro, what a watch! What a watch! Incredible. I've never been that interested in knowing the teams to this extent, but I said I'll watch it because I have some time, and I was very impressed. They went 15 and 0 last year in the UFC. Not 15 0. They went 11 and 0 I think in the UFC last year across four different fighters. You know how crazy that is? The chances of that happening. And all their fighters are ranked. Carlos Praches, top 15. John Silva is going to get the ranking now if he beats Bryce Mitchell. Caio Borralho is fifth in the middleweight division. And that Mauricio Hufi, who just knocked out Bobby Green a couple of weeks back. Oh my God, what a spinning hook kick knockout. He fights exactly like Conor. His back is straight, his hands are out. His back is straight like that. And he just spun and he just, oh, was an incredible knockout a couple of weeks back. It's not about their being aggressive yappers. It's about a philosophy. Philosophy is incredible. Keen on seeing how Chandler performed, bro. I just pray that Chandler just dies for a takedown at some point of time. Yeah. I mean, it's getting ridiculous now. His willingness to just punch people when he has a fully different skill set, it's incredible. Him and Gaethje are the biggest question marks. They spent all their life wrestling as children, only to not use wrestling at all when you're paid to show your skills as a fighter. Crazy. I forgot to add wing back. I did after striker. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I said five. You think six. I put 10 at first because we need Savard because Bruno is going on the same path as Rooney. His legs won't last long. Don't say it, dude. He's an Iron Man. Okay, my captain's going to last till he's 50, dude. He's going to run up and down like he's N'Golo Kante in his prime, dude. Fingers crossed. The true Iron Man of Manchester United, dude. Sir Bobby would have been proud. Roy Keane have some shame. That's all I'll say. Could assist. Get Edwards from Liverpool. Arav, we are not going to get anyone from. We are not going to get anyone from Liverpool. Trust me, it won't happen. I will take Luis Campos, who found Mbappe in a heartbeat. Please, please give us Luis Campos. We'll really celebrate, bro. We'll really do a stream to celebrate. I'm not even joking. I'm dead serious. Liverpool United business was last, I think, 50 years back. Yeah, it's just not happening, man. Just won't happen. Edwards is in his multi club position. He won't join. Okay. I know he won't come. Nobody will put a finger on my captain. Rooney was the same, Nathan. I refuse. I refuse to hear this, Shanks. Iron Man's going to continue, dude. He's going to continue till the wheels fall off. I refuse. God, yeah. How many more years we have? Or my God, you know what, dude? I think I would actually cry if Bruno Fernandes picks up a Premier League. I think I would be absolutely inconsolable. I think I would cry my heart out if we see our captain's armpits in the air with a Premier League title in his hands, bro. Seriously, I think I would actually cry like like a child when you tell him no for ice cream. That's how I would cry. I think. Just thinking about it is making me emotional. A lot of staff is also going to come this summer. New physio and club doctor, head of data analysis. Bro, we don't even have data analysis unless the data analysis involves how terrible our seating arrangement and our roofing system is. That's the only data analysis that is required at the moment. Don't forget the 2028 promise to win PL. See, dude, I don't. One thing I'll tell you about me that I have to learn as a content creator not do. What I have always done personally is not do news shows to waste people's time, because for me personally, I really appreciate it when people give me their time to watch my streams. I am not a big streamer. I'm not a big deal. I don't profess to be an expert of any kind, but I will be very honest. I will not lie. I will not pretend. I will not be animated to be animated. I have learned the hard way that whatever is said in an interview when you are a Manchester United player, manager, pundit, management, don't believe it until it happens. And that's not me being negative, that is me learning from my mistakes of blindly believing we are better or people are telling us the truth. So this 2028 promise, why am I saying this? This 2028 promise is well and good. If it happens, great. But if it doesn't happen, I'm not going to go. You remember these people said 2028 frauds, frauds, frauds. Bro, I already think they are frauds. I already currently think they're frauds with the way they give interviews, the way they say things. I already don't believe it. Electra, thank you. I already kind of don't believe them. So for me, whenever I would get news like, for example, the 2028, what what I should have normally done is come on the stream and go, guys, what do you think about Project 2028? The reason I didn't do that is because sometimes I feel like they're lying to us and they're wasting our time. So I don't want to waste your guys' time. I rather sit here and hang out with you all during the watch-alongs, talk about life, and just enjoy ourselves, rather than talk about some idiot who is delusional and has no awareness at all about how bad our club is at the moment. Right? When Jim Ratcliffe said, "Look at Fulham, their tickets are more expensive." I mean, it just shows how unaware he is in general. For someone who's a lifelong United fan but a Chelsea season ticket holder, it just shows that he has no awareness at all. To me personally. Now, who am I? I'm not a billionaire, right? You know, he's a billionaire. He's a successful man. He's been knighted. He has made such contributions to his country that he has been knighted for it. I am just a regular guy. But even this regular guy can tell you that you don't compare a club that is built on in a working class city formed by miners to one of the most expensive neighborhoods in the most expensive city in the country. And it's a demand and supply issue. Craven Cottage doesn't even have 20,000 seats. We've got 83,000 seats. So it's obviously going to be more expensive because there's ticket scarcity. It's basic economics. I'm not John Cena with the thugonomics. I'm just regular economics. I did BCom like a normal person. But this man says it in an interview in his posh English voice, and everyone goes, wow. But if you really think about it, he's trying to fool us and think we're idiots. This is the man where people outside Old Trafford are going 65 quid, which is pounds. Quid is slang in England, for whoever doesn't know. 65 quid for a ticket. 65 quid for a ticket. And he's like, he rolls the window down and he's like, do you guys want a picture? And I'm like, what? Bro, when I saw the video, I was like, this guy is not even aware. He's not even aware of what's happening. Do you want a picture, bro? Bro said, do you want a picture? Can you imagine the lack of awareness one must have when someone is screaming at your window, 65 quid for a ticket, and the guy goes, "Do you want a picture?" And then when he actually does what he says, he puts the window back up. So these are the people I would not give time of day for, and therefore waste your time doing news. Of course, now in the new season, I will be more active. Maybe we won't necessarily do news. Maybe we'll do other fun stuff. But this is one of the reasons I didn't like doing the news, because I felt like we've been lying a lot. And I don't want to then take those lies and then waste your time with it, if that makes sense. Right? I know this is what you have to do in the content area. You have to go online, you have to talk about the news with everyone, discuss, chill out, discuss. But for me, for whatever reason, I always felt like I would be wasting your time, because 90% of the news is either false or it's just people trying to sell clicks, which in turn I am trying to sell clicks if I go live. So I always didn't want to do it. But then I realized, instead of keeping it all inside me, we sit out here and discuss it, and maybe we feel better about it after the discussion. Who knows? But that's what I've thought about this season. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but that's what was going through my head. We need someone who could play in the same profile as Bruno needs Bruno's successor, or we will have Lingard situation playing as playmaker. Well, there was someone we were interested in, guys. I don't know if you remember. Oh, there was someone else we were interested in. Death Slayer's not here now, but I just remembered. What's his name? Francisco Trinsão. Pardon my Portuguese pronunciation, but yeah, it's Francisco Trinsão from Sporting. A lot of people say he could be the heir apparent to Bruno. Surprise, surprise. Also Portuguese, also plays for Sporting, but that was a name around the transfer window that was mentioned a little bit with Quenda. Quenda, obviously, as we know now, Chelsea. Yeah, yeah, the game is on. Yeah, Pas, the game is on. The game is on. Not the biggest fan of Arsenal, but like I said, there was no other games today really. But the game is on. It is here. I am watching it. But yeah. But thank you for informing everyone else in case no one else knows. But yeah. Nathan suggests some names of good seafood restaurants in Goa. Bro, if you're in the north, you gotta go to. It's a little bit expensive, but you gotta go to Fisherman's Cove. Fisherman's Cove in Kandolim. Or in Panjim, wherever is closer to you. But Fisherman's Cove is very good. Um, if you're in the Baga area, there is a old Catholic run place called Souza Lobo. Hit me up on Twitter, dude. When you're in Goa, I'll send you some names. I don't know if they're open right now or not because it should be open now. Actually, it's still season time. But when you're coming closer to Goa, do just drop me on Twitter. I'll send you a message on Twitter for some of the names. But yeah, SJR is a delusional Todd Bowley, bro. Seriously, at least Todd Bowley is throwing money at it, bro. He knows he's not. You know what? You know what's funny, Yappers? It's funny you say that. Todd Bowley knows he knows nothing about football. So he counters that by giving the money to spend on whatever the people want. Whether it is good or not, you decide. A lot of it is not good, if I'm being honest. But what he makes up for in lack of awareness, he more than makes up for in willingness to actually spend money. And that is actually, you could argue, that is more important than someone who knows what they're talking about and has no money to spend. Because at the end of the day, when you need to actually upgrade your team, you need money. Your vision and your ideology does not pay the bills. You need money to pay bills. What's going on? Randomly today, firecrackers. Anyway, whatever. Irrelevant. Uh, Arrogant Bhikkhu saying why Indian call rupees bucks, then it's slang for dollar. I think bucks ended up becoming a slang for money. And I think it became a slang for money because we kept watching American TV shows. But that is a great um, that is a great question. But I think that's what it ended up being. I just think it became a slang for money in the end. And that too was used by native Red Indians for years. What was wrong? Use wrong terms. Look, I don't think they're using wrong terms. I think they're just using terms that they just watch and then they just pick up. It's like how you learn any other slang, dude. A lot of for example, dudes is something people used to say in the surfing community. Now everyone says dude. People used to not say bro. Now people say bro. It sounds terrible, but people say bro. But it's just part of the, what do you call it, pop culture. I don't think it has anything really to do with which country you're in, but I think American pop culture is the most popular pop culture. And now, like in India, a lot of things are a lot of Korean K-pop culture is coming into India now. And then they do weird shit like this or whatever the fuck that is. they want to eat Korean food and shit like that. I mean, it's just part of what is trendy, dude. At the end of the day, but yeah, I mean, some of it is cool, some of it is just with the times. Like sometimes I think like the way our parents speak and the way we speak also is different. It doesn't necessarily mean we use slang or they use slang, but we just talk differently. But it's something like that, I think. It's a great question because I literally read that sentence in Twitter the other day. Yeah, that was interesting. Also, bucks is a real thing, dude. A buck is a male deer. It's not just used by native red Indians. It's used to this day. When there's deer hunting season in America, I only know this because I listen to Joe Rogan. When you hunt certain members of the deer family, like elk and all, the males are called bucks, like Milwaukee Bucks. If you watch basketball, I don't know what the logo is now, but the old Milwaukee Bucks logo used to be a deer with big antlers because the buck is actually just a male deer, But yeah, it's interesting. Trinsão, that Barcelona guy or somebody else, yeah, Francisco Trinsão, who played for Barcelona and played for Wolves, I think, at some point of time. Yeah, whatever your thoughts on that, but we were talking about him in January with Quenda. You don't use any of these things, Twitter, Facebook, or Insta. Okay, so do me a favor, no? When you figure out exactly where you're staying and we do a stream close to that, just remind me to just remind me to look for some places for you. And then when you're here, I'll put it. Don't know, but ours was bye. Exactly, right? We say bye a lot. Yeah, so like, you know, it's just a thing, dude. And many other names can't say here. Yeah, well, there's that even. If you guys watch WWE, of course, Nathan knows it's Jay Uso. Lit does the promos in Gen Z language. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Jay Uso is almost 40 years old, and he speaks like 20-year-old people, 25-year-old people because it's relevant. And the thing is, okay, let me put it this way. Some people, I follow a FIFA YouTuber, and one day I was watching his channel. Yeah, I know Bayern and Dortmund's going on, dude. I did the Thomas Muller FC 25 card. I hope Bayern's winning. Get some free upgrades on my FC 25 cards at least. Sorry, where was I? Yeah, so I follow this YouTuber plays FIFA, right? One day someone came on the stream and said, "Bro, you're an Indian. Why don't you speak in Hindi?" And I was like, "What if he's fucking South Indian, dude? Like, what kind of donut? What kind of donut asks us that question, right?" And he very politely said, "Dude, the reason I do it in English is because I am trying to attract a wider fan base because that's how you can grow. In a saturated market, you have to do something at least somewhat different so you also can grow. It's not necessarily taking away from other people, but it's you also trying to grow by doing something different." So he's saying I speak in English because the majority of the world speaks English or knows English or whatever. And and I could resonate with that. And I think Jey Uso is a perfect example that he could talk like an actual 40-year-old man who has grown children, or he can talk in a way which gets everyone pumped up because he's using the lingo. That is how you that is how you gain popularity in these kind of showbiz, showmanship kind of areas of life. So yeah, I don't know if that makes that is you can figure out how that is related, but in a way, if you think about it, it's all related. You have to kind of cater to as many people as possible. That doesn't mean you're not proud to be Indian. That doesn't mean any other bullshit which people nowadays throw as an agenda. There are parts of this country where people don't speak Hindi because that is not their language. That is not trying to offend people. That is just the truth. And he said it very nicely. He said, "Dude, I am from Pune. I can speak Marathi. Do you understand Marathi?" That guy was like, "No, but you can speak Hindi, right?" He's like, "But I'm from Maharashtra. We speak Marathi in our day-to-day life." He's saying, "I do it in English because more people just understand me." It's just base. It's not that, as the kids like to say, as Arav, I'm sure will I'm sorry, as yappers will agree with me. It's what the kids say. It is what it is. You know. You know. That's how it is now. You try to speak the lingo that resonates with the most amount of people, because in this kind of thing you're trying to attract as many people as possible, because there's a lot of people doing similar things. So the only way people can resonate with you is providing something a little bit different than everyone else. Now that doesn't necessarily mean the language, but the language targets a wider audience, if that makes sense. Finally, Arsenal scored. My God, they're so crap, dude. Oh, they finally scored. Thank God. Nil was Partey of all people. That's interesting. But yeah, by the way, Dortmund's winning 1-0. Fantastic. Harry Kane's trying to still not win titles where he is. Nepotism is real even in WWE. To an extent, Shanks. To an extent. For example, Rakishi's sons, Jimmy and Jay, are way more successful than Rikishi. But Rikishi is still a legend, if that makes sense. And not everyone goes through, bro. Not everyone goes through. Akant is here. Welcome, Akant, to the channel if you're new. Tell us who you support and where you're watching from as well. But he's saying so true, so I assume he's agreeing with me. Thank you very much, Akant. I hope I'm saying your name right. But yes. Jay Uso is only good for tags, not main event. You know what, Shanks? I have to say, he is grossly improved in his singles matchups. Isn't that what she said? Just proves that American pop culture will always be more fun than anything else. And yeah, possessing absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's just a thing, dude. It doesn't mean, people get so offended now if you don't speak in Hindi. They go, "You're an Indian, speak in Hindi." I'm like, bro, why are you so sensitive, dude? Why are you so sensitive? Like, who hurt you? Just relax, bro. We're just talking about football. This is not a fucking G8 summit, dude. Like, just relax. Like, people get so put off by the smallest of things in life, yeah. Like, people just want to get offended nowadays. That's like a new thing people do. People just want to get, people just want to be outraged and butthurt all the time, like for the littlest things. Bro, life is too short, man. Life is too short. Trust me, life is too short. Last month I went to Bhopal for my SSB. Danish, welcome back to the channel, my friend. You're as good as a stranger these days. I went to Bhopal for my SSP. There I met a guy from Chennai. I asked him, "Do you face problems central, northern part of the country?" He said, "I don't, because every shop owner can understand the language of money, so I don't." Oof. Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh, I have to remember that one for the future. Everyone understands the language of money. Oh, yes. I learned it from my juniors. I have three Gen Zs in my team. A lot of Gen Z. Yeah, bro, listen, man. Yeah, but Shanks, you're not that old, bro. Surely you have learned some Gen Z words of your own. I mean, we are part of Gen Z, dude. We were young enough. We were young enough. Yeah, I think we are kind of Gen Z, aren't we? I mean, it depends on how you look at it, I suppose. But we definitely were in the crosshairs of Gen Z. We definitely picked up our own lingo for sure. Why Arsenal is in prime in the UCL 3-0 Madrid? Don't. Yes, Shreyas, that's true. Hats off to Arsenal. I mean, I was shocked. I was absolutely shocked. We did the watch along. When the first goal went in, only I had no words. I was frozen. I think someone put a timestamp. You can go back and see. I think you can go back and see my reaction on that game if you want to click the live. I mean, I couldn't believe it. I was furious. Guerrero goal. Wait, does that mean they're 2-0 down? Seems like Harry Kane really doesn't want to win a title these days. Wonderful. And apparently, Harry Kane wants to come back to England. You know what that means, right? I have a feeling he might come back to Chelsea because I don't think he would rejoin Spurs. I hope he's not that stupid. Yeah, Partey scored 69 minutes. Marseille lost 3-0 to Monaco. Wow. Real Sociedad lost to Mallorca. Mhm. Where are we? Oh, here we go. Sorry. Oh, I forgot. Guerrero plays for Dortmund, Munich now. Of course. What's wrong with me? Potato. Absolute potato. So Guerrero is equalized now. Max Bayer scored for Dortmund. Leverkusen drew. Does that mean the league's over? If Bayern win today? No. 6 points as of now. If Bayern win, they'll go to 71. How many more games are left? 1734. Five more games after this. 6 point lead. I think the league is done. Harry, you'll get to see Harry Kane's armpits for first time. I think we should do a watch along for it. We will be there. Guerrero plays for Munich now. Yeah, potato head, dude. Of course, he wants to for breaking Shearer's record, but he's got to go to a good team, dude. If he's gonna go back to Spurs, it's over. He's not gonna get there. He's not gonna get there. United. Oh my god. I mean, at this point, I'll take 31-year-old Kane, dude. But if Kane starts dropping back, I'm going to cry, dude. If Kane plays the way he plays for England, no, I'm actually going to cry. Last thing we need is Harry Kane, the best central defensive midfielder in England. Bro, seriously, if he drops back to the halfway line, no, we are cooked. We are absolutely cooked. I'm telling you right now, before it even happens. If Harry Kane's going to be around the penalty box and become a penalty box merchant for the rest of his career, no, then I'll take him. He's going to drop deep, no, and him and Bruno are doing handshakes in the middle of the pitch, no, I'm not interested. We can have two top strikers, Harry and Harry. Oh God, can you imagine when Harry Maguire comes on last minute and they're both standing next to each other in the box? That'd be hilarious. Evolution drop points today, I guess. Yes, nil. Well, I guess yeah, drop points. Hyderabad's won. I saw till 4 overs, man. Then I had to come live. That's what I wanted to check. Thank you for reminding me. Is the game over? Oh, the game got over with 9 balls left. Wow. 247 for two. Abhishek Sharma 141 for 55. Nah, man. I really missed it. I really missed a good innings. I saw him on 34 for 9. Yeah, 34 for 9. I saw them at 60 runs after 4 overs. 141. Bro, and he got out too. He could have scored more. That's insane. 255 balls. Incredible. As a Man City fan, I feel happy as we can qualify for UCL and FA Cup trophy, same trophy as Liverpool. Yeah, fair enough. But Shreyas, the season's not over yet, dude. Y'all are what, fifth right now? Newcastle could catch up, dude, isn't it? Bruno supplying Kane. Bro, first of all, Bruno and Kane, I have a feeling they're going to be standing next to each other, dude. If Harry Kane drops back. I think Ugarte, and Bruno will be doing handshakes together, like how he used to do with Son. You remember when they all used to have their own handshake, the Spurs players? Bro, some people watch too many rap videos, dude. Like seriously, like Son with his handshake, one handshake to Deli Ali, one handshake to Kane, one handshake to this guy, one handshake to that guy. I'm like, yo, bro, just do your NBA celebrations at the back, man. Come on. Nabri scored 2020 Nabri type goal. Wow, so they are leading now. Fantastic. I did check the score just now. 247 for 2 with 9 balls left. I actually thought Punjab was going to win. Imagine watching Kane become Maguire in a counter attack. Bro, you know what's the sad part, Yappers? I actually think that is a very great possibility that can happen. That's the sad part. Need to see Vase live now. They are a fan of Kavya Maran. Who isn't that? She's absolutely. You know what? Never mind. Never mind. Something shouldn't be said. But we are fighting without key players. That is true. That is true. That's a great point you actually make. I'm curious to see what business Man City is going to do at the end of the season. That's going to be very, very interesting to see. Charges are still looming, whatever that is. I assume they're waiting for the end of the season to just, be done with that. So whatever that punishment is, if there is one, how does that leave Man City? Kevin De Bruyne is going to leave as well now. So Kyle Walker's already left in Jan. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Man City come back against Crystal Palace 2-0 down 5-2 up here. I should be happy Crystal Palace lost because if we somehow beat Newcastle and Brentford and Crystal Palace lost today, we will be 1 and 2 points behind them. I should be happy because it will mean that we finished in a better position, but we got to play Newcastle, so no point being too happy. Brentford scores another London derby. Another London derby, isn't it? I mean, I still a draw is good for us. Tomorrow's prediction: St James's Park, dude. Tough, really tough place to play. I'm going to say 1-1. Bro, if we win at St James's Park. By the way, Nottingham Forest also bottled it today. They lost to Everton in extra time. Doucouré, very bad luck. They could have they could have used a point. But yeah. Johan Visa with a goal. 2-0 Newcastle. Oh god. Johan Visa also, bro. Johan Visa, what a talent. Last season he was third wheel behind Tony and Mbeumo. But in reality he's just as good. Yeah. He's just as good. If Mbeumo and Visa leave next season, I think Brentford are going to be in real trouble. I mean, Johan Visa is really, really good. Very impressed. My Europa prediction came true. I did say draw, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, we were winning that game. That's the sad part for that draw. It's the real sad part for that. We were winning that game. Oh, he sits down and he does the Haaland celebration. If we win against Newcastle, I think Leon will be a steamroll. Oh yeah, 100%. We'll have all the confidence in the world, bro, for sure, no doubt. Bro, it was started from Mbemo again, didn't it? Lays it off, dink ball over. Collins brings it in, spin, kind of high volley by Visa. I mean, seriously, man, even Brentford have players that are better than ours. Yeah. Dortmund scores. What's happening in that game, man? Maybe we should be watching that game instead. Should we watch that game instead? Why not? Yeah. We're already here. Doesn't matter which game we are watching, I suppose. Let's have a look. It's around the same time as this game, so the game's going to end at the same time anyway. Might as well enjoy ourselves. I have faith in our players to botch the winning game. Don't say that, dude. What is it? 77 minutes. Excellent. Let's watch this game. Oh! Kane almost got there. Time to see his armpits. Harry Armpits Kane. That's his new nickname at the end of the season. Yeah, Kane missed. A good move, bro. He's so intelligent, man. He is so intelligent, Harry Kane. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want to listen to him in an interview. He's boring as balls, but pardon my French. But his movement is great. The greatest ball playing goalkeeper who made it possible. I'm very curious to see. Everyone got excited yesterday that Chris Wheeler and Fabrizio and a bunch of other people said Ruben Amorim is considering dropping Onana for the Newcastle game. Let's see, bro. I'll see it. I'll believe it when I see it. Will Kane win the trophy before Arsenal wins the trophy? Definitely, dude. They have 5 games left the Bundesliga and they're leading by 6 goals. Oh, here we go. What is that? Oh my god. Goretzka, Muller, you absolute clown. You had so much time there. Why would you even do that? You have so much time on the ball. My god. Terrible choice that was. Hey, oh no, no. That was a terrible kick by Kobel. Practicing his Onanas. Olise. Cut back. Laid off. Ooh, block. Switched off after 2-1. Should have waited till the last. Talking about United's game. Yeah, well. Never dull moment when there's a clown in goal. What can I say? And yes, he is an absolute clown. It's just no, there's no denying that anymore. Just an absolute clown. Okay, this 10 minutes should be fun. Bayern are just holding the ball at the moment. Joshua Kimmich. Who's that? Pavlovic. I was very impressed with him last season when I was watching the Champions League games. He's a very young kid. Harry Kane shields the ball off. Here we go. What are these passes, man? Muller! Ooh! Want to see your reaction here. I would really advise against that. Don't waste your energy. I went on a rant you've heard before. Oh, terrible passing out from the back. Bro, all these goalkeepers that are so desperate to learn this modern style of football. So desperate with the kicking out from the back every time. I've seen him kick out from the back 3 times now and given them the ball. The desperation is unreal. Oh my god, how did Max Bayer score that goal? Did the goalkeeper covered the angles? He nutmegged him with his header. Oh, that's really unlucky. Muller's off. Get lost, Muller. Terrible mistakes already. Saw you for a few minutes. Pavlovic suffered an injury. Where? Isn't he not playing? Who's the centre backs? Nicolas Sula coming off. Ben Sabaini coming on. Lots of changes. Lots of changes. What are these people doing there? Oh, look at Dortmund just wasting time. I miss Jose's defensive game. Oh, you think Onana would have lasted with Jose Mourinho? I think he would have been sold after one season. Olise was also our target, right? British United YouTubers are going gaga over Olise. But this is what I am saying, Noshang. This is why doing news is dangerous. Because every time you read the news, there's one guy saying Olise, then in 2 days later another guy is saying Olise, and then you keep doing news, and you just end up wasting people's time. And this is what I was saying about earlier about going live and talking about news. This is exactly kind of my point. Because you can't blame the British content creators for going gaga, because we were very excited by watching Michael Olise last season. Any normal person would. And apparently we were super linked to him, and he's a United fan. So you take all that information in and top it off with every second or third day there is news that Michael Olise is still in talks and is interested and this and that. Then you end up making a bunch of videos of the same thing, because that is what the news is. People just get fed up about it, but that is what the news is. You can't do anything about it. Or before this, okay, got it. So this is the only problem, man. Like, you can only react to what the news is. You can't do anything about it unless you actually have your own sources. When you have your own sources, different story. When you don't have your own sources, you can only react to what is written there. And unfortunately, most of the news is rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Like, how long we have spoken about Dilap now? From January we've been talking about Dilap. It's April. We don't even have a transfer window right now, and we're still talking about it. Yes, that is right. Eric Dyer, who was replaced for Matthias Delict, will have a league title. And Vincent Company will have a league title too in his tracksuit. Flying Holuchas here, yes. Stop, my brother. Love me some Arsenal bottlery. Well, Flying Holucha. Nobody loves it more than me, my friend. Nobody loves it more than me. Nobody loves a bit of bottle. I think I could be wrong, but by next week, I believe, no matter what the score is at Arsenal, I believe Liverpool wins next week. Won the title. Imagine fourth copy of CR7. He would be bashed in public by Jose. I would have paid money to watch it live. I still think Onana would be in bigger trouble. I'm telling you right now, 100%, if he did it to Luke Shaw, he would do it to Onana. He would have called him fat. Oh no! Mistake by the Bayern Munich player. Oh my god, I'm telling you, the passing's terrible. The passing is absolutely terrible. I do not know how someone misses a layoff like that. What was Bayern Munich thinking? That terrible. Visa scored. Yeah, Visa scored for Brentford. I mean, I said it, man. Visa was the third guy. He was the super sub when there was Tony and Mbamo for the last 2 seasons. This season he gets to shine himself. He's been shining. Fantastic. We're not going to get anything in the summer. Listen, dude, even if we get things in the summer, the question is what we are going to get in the summer. I think Madrid will win 2-0 and lose on aggregate. I have a feeling as well that that's going to happen flying all lucha. But we can always pray. We can always pray. I feel if Madrid can somehow score in the opening 10 minutes, I actually think it might really change the game on its head. Oh, Chukwuemeka almost scored there. Nice shot too. Didn't we have Jonas Urbig on our list? Yes, I think we did. Unana's body is not suitable for GK. He can move his upper body, which is needed for. But the problem is he's made his entire career this way. Shanks. People will say he's got an Eredivisie title. He's got a Scudetto, Champions League final. He's clearly a good goalkeeper. It's just his body does not lend itself to be a great goalkeeper. I suppose that is the difference between good and great. It's like people who can goalkeep but just do not have the genetics to be really good at it. Nitesh, that's my name. How you do? Oh, your name's Nitesh. That's my name. How you do? I'm good, buddy. How are you? Love that you're a Pokemon fan. I know Madrid can score, but are we sure they will not concede? I think it's more. I think it's more the. I think people are more banking on the environment more than anything else. Yappers. If I was to if I was to be if I was to guess, I think the theory is as follows: try to score in the opening 10 minutes, create an absolute cauldron of intimidation in the Bernabeu. The roof apparently is closed. By the way, can I ask you something? Why the hell is the roof closed in Spain when they have beautiful weather year round? Was it, why is this like a new thing now? Like I know they have a roof you can close, but why do you have to close the roof? We play football. It's not a concert. But apparently it's going to be under a closed roof, which I don't quite understand why. But yeah, but the closed roof is going to actually help them only because they're just going to create a louder cauldron of noise. Okay, I saw the Dortmund second goal. If if Gurasi scored that goal, that would have been even more awesome. But Anton scored the like to trap the noise exactly. If you're doing it to trap the noise, fine. But I feel like the I thought the roof was like more of a like a concert thing. They just choose when they get to close the roof and when they don't close the roof. That seems a little. I wouldn't say that seems a little cheating or unfair, but that definitely feels a little weird. If they just determine which matches they close for, they close for all the matches. Because if they close for some matches, it feels a little shady. Can't lie. To enhance the atmosphere, no, to enhance the atmosphere is fine. I thought the roof was actually built as because they're going to make it a multi-purpose venue, though. I thought that's why they built the roof in the first place. But yeah, I don't know. Do the same for Miss Tendulkar. For Maran, I could kill hundreds. What is a match? Nathan would agree, right? Kavya Maran, she is pretty. I don't know if I'd kill 100 people. Maybe a couple. Bro, Preeti Zinta is still absolutely gorgeous. Still. I just wanted Punjab King. You know what's the sad part? I didn't want either of these teams to lose because I only want these teams. Oh my god. I thought Nabri scored from the halfway line. I wouldn't want any of these teams to lose because I don't want to see any of their owners sad. I really wanted Sunrisers to lose because of Travis Head. Oh, here we go. Dinkovo! Oh boy. Could that be the best chance in the match? Pascal Gross doesn't play like he used to play in Brighton, deeper. Look how forward he was, bro. I've never seen Pascal Gross that much forward in my life when he played for Brighton. Look how far forward he was. That's incredible. Oh, that would have been ugly. My name's. It's not your name, Nitesh. Hey, Harsha, good evening. They closed for all Barca matches and UCL knockout matches. Last season, SRH is back. Wow. Not pretty than my Sar. Oh, I'm not doing this with you, Kevan. Nico Kovac and the assistant manager are fighting. Love it. The Bayern Munich managers in a tracksuit is assistant managers in shorts. It's a great workplace environment. Bro, it's not look, she has money, she's a millionaire. Oh, but she's pretty too. I mean, I think she's pretty. She's definitely a billionaire, not a millionaire. Preeti Zinta is a millionaire. My name is not Ridesh. Did I not say Nitesh? Wasn't Nitesh not written there? They use this roof thing or the so-called Sur Ultras when they know they fucked up big time. Okay, interesting. Either way, I mean, I feel like it's a little unfair when you get to choose when to do it to the away team, but I guess there's nothing really against the rules about it, so I guess it's not an issue. Don't care, money matters. I mean, listen, she's smart, pretty, and rich. Don't actually think you could do better than that. Look at these people looking like they're behind a prison cell. These crazy Munich ultras. Look at them. Bro, look how crazy this is. Imagine if you're on this side of the stand. You better be wearing a Munich jersey if you're here. You're gonna get fucked really badly by these people. Seriously, there's like grills on one end of the stadium. Mad. Just Black Lives Matter for me, money matters. Technically, black people look pretty too. That's a different discussion for another day, though. Money matters. Let me tell you something. I don't know if you've ever experienced it in your life or a family member has. When you marry into money, those people have a tendency to treat you worse. So, money might matter, dude, but sometimes they're really shitty people, which means you're going to suffer as well. You have to be really careful. There has to be some kind of balance. Now, when you're someone like Kavya Maran, you're not going to find anyone you're equal. Oh! God, Olise. Bro, that was too casual, bro. What? You're not in Crystal Palace, man. Oh my god, that was too casual, bro. That was too casual. Too casual. But yeah. Like, it's tough to find an equal for her. That's why she's probably. I don't think she's married, right? Like, you're that rich, that smart, that busy. It's really tough, man. I don't believe she's married, at least. Black Lives Matter. All right, this game's about to end. About 15 seconds left. Can Bayern Munich push off one more? Just make a good pass, please. Oh, he loses the ball. Okay, Dortmund might have the last chance now of the game. Throw in? Or is he gonna hit the throw in? I don't know. The referee seems to be coming really close to him. I don't know why you would waste time, brother. He'll just blow. He'll, what's happening? Full time. Yeah, I don't know why he was walking so relaxed, but full time. The Klassiker ends in a 2-2, in a 2-2 thriller. Arsenal Brentford still going on. Last minute of the game. Oh, sorry, the game. Yeah, the last minute of the game's over. 96 minutes, 6 minutes extra time. Arsenal have officially bottled it. Next week, Liverpool will be declared winners after they win their game, if they win their game. Don't know how to feel about that, so we'll just not talk about it. Best way to risk, best thing to do is not talk about it. Yeah, the game is over. Arsenal are done. Ugh. Cherky has that typical French mentality. He's on workout, thinks he's better than he is. That's true. You got to tap in and celebrate like his team won the match. We'd be 2-0 if we had a buy-in there instead. Agreed. Arsenal doesn't matter. Yeah, but we're doing that score, so I just said it. Anyway, guys, I am off. Thank you so much. Tomorrow, 7:30. In a few hours, I will be back live for the UFC watch along. Feel free to join me if you all have time. If not, I will see you for the 9 o'clock match tomorrow. Take care, guys. Good night, and thank you for joining in. And I'll see you in the next one.